Good evening and welcome. The time is now 7 p.m., actually 7:06 p.m. I would like to open the public portion of the December 18th, 2020 Ridgefield Park Board of Education meeting. Let's begin with a salute to the flag. Mr. Bisick, can you please read the Open Public Meetings Act?
Part 1, the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend meetings of the public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Ridgefield Park Board of Education has caused notice of these meetings to be published by having the date, time, place therefore posted in the Bergen Record, Star Ledger, Municipal Building, Board of Education offices, and a district website. Part 2 is public participation instructions. Public participation will be conducted both in person and virtually through Zoom. All public will be muted throughout the meeting. Public participation comments are limited to 5 minutes. The public will be able to both speak and be seen by the board when participating virtually, telephonically via Zoom. Individuals participating virtually that wish to make comments during the public participation will need to raise their hand by clicking the blue icon at the bottom of the Zoom window. Individuals participating by telephone that wish to make comments during the public meeting participation will need to hit *9 on their telephone to raise their hand. The business administrator, board secretary will then unmute individuals one at a time to speak in the order that the hand was raised.
Thank you, Mr. Bisick. Can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney. Present. Ms. Kraft. Mr. Feitros. Ms. McNeil.
Here.
Mr. Malou.
Here.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Here.
Ms. Schmidt.
Here.
Ms. Velez.
Here.
Ms. Orth.
Here.
President Martinez.
Here, we have a quorum. Mr. Malou will be moving the minutes for the September 16th and October 8th and October 16th meeting, but we'll first say a few words about 3 former long-term district employees who recently passed away. Mr. Malou?
Thank you, Mr. President. It has come to my attention that there have been 3 members of our Ridgefield Park school system family that have recently passed away. The first is Mr. Blaine Papaccio, who was a longtime educator here at Ridgefield Park High School, where he taught science. I was fortunate to have had him as my teacher his first year at Ridgefield Park High School, where he instilled the love of science, physics, and engineering to me and many others. Approximately 3 weeks ago, Mr. John Damus, who was an dedicated educator who taught history here at Ridgefield Park High School, as well as being assistant football coach, passed away. Mr. Damus is married to Ms. Thorsland, who was also a longtime Ridgefield Park educator. And lastly is the passing of Mr. Kenneth Monaco. Mr. Monaco was a 6th grade teacher at Grant School and later became the Grant School principal. In fact, he was my 6th grade teacher. Historically, he was the longest serving principal in the history of our school system, having served as the principal at Grant School for over 25 years. Therefore, I'd like to offer on behalf of the Board of Education our sincerest condolences to the families of these 3 educators. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Malou. Could you
This
please-
time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of September 18th and the minutes of October 16th.
Second. Mr. Cooney.
Yes.
Ms. McNeil.
Yes.
Mr. Malou.
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Yes to 301, abstain 302.
Ms. Schmidt.
Yes.
Ms. Velez.
Yes.
Ms. Orth.
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the minutes pass. We had only one communication from the public. We had a retirement letter from Ms. Fairs. And I will be thanking her for her service during personnel. We'll now move on to subcommittee reports. As a result of the light agenda tonight, most of our committees did not meet this month. However, the entire board was briefed on tonight's agenda by the board president and by committee chairs on specific content areas. We did meet with Home to School Connection, Trustee Rodriguez.
The ad hoc community relation committee met on December 12th. Those that were attending, Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Triglia, myself, Trustee Velez, Ms. Simone Anilian, Ms. Laura Wood, and Dr. Mercedes Haynes. There were a couple of items on the agenda, one which was the elementary report card workshop that was held this past Monday. And the focus was the K-6 elementary report card. Dr. Vespignani informed the committee, that there is a next planned financial aid support event with Ed Zamora from his organization, and he will be conducting the 15-minute sessions for family. Also, the Director of Early Childhood Education is collaborating with organizations to develop workshops on topics such as potty training and healthy eating habits. Future Parent Guardian Academy events, the sessions will continue to target families with children ranging from pre-K to seniors. And Dr. Vespignani and Assistant Superintendent Carmela Triglia informed the committee there's going to be a consistent flyer format that will be used across all events for continuity.
Thank you, Trustee Rodriguez. Faculty and Programs, Trustee Velez.
The faculty and programs personnel met on December 10th, 2024 at 6 p.m. In attendance were Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Triglia, Ms. Kraft, Dr. Martinez, Ms. Rodriguez, and myself. On the agenda items were Ms. Alina Duran, Supervisor of BAM and CTE, Ms. Jamie Hasselberger, Supervisor of School Counseling, presented the committee with a new plan for STEM coursework that will increase the number of students eligible to take important courses, while also increasing the depth of instructions for students on STEM tracks. Senior high school counseling department had 2 successful Parent Guardian Learning Academy dedicated to making sure all graduates have completed their FAFSA application for financial aid. Sessions will be held in Spanish as well. Administration is working to add additional workshops. Instant Decision Day, 10 colleges, universities joined us, 50 seniors participated. 132 applications were processed, $6,015 were waived in application fees, 409,150 awarded in scholarships. Some notable items are S'mores newsletter platform on the agenda tonight will house all of our district and school level digital newsletters. This program allows the user to translate all newsletters into multiple languages. The committee was also updated on personnel matters such as Little Scholar Enrichment Program, the onboarding of the strength and conditioning coach. Our next meeting is scheduled for January 14, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Velez. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Martinez, and good evening to the board and our community members. It's great to be with you tonight. I'd like to first welcome our student reps, Idalis and Juliana, for their report. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Juliana Gonzalez, and I am Student Government Treasurer.
I'm Idalis Remigio, and I'm the Student Government Secretary.
So it's been a busy few weeks as the Scarlet Nation gets ready for winter break. There have been some great events happening here at the junior senior high school, including concerts, trips, and events hosted by the counseling department. First are some trips that happened. Some of the multilingual seniors took a visit to Bergen County Technical Schools. Bergen Tech Adult Education offers free ESL classes as well as affordable trade licensing programs. This trip was a great opportunity for students to learn about viable alternatives to university for their post-secondary education and careers. On December 5th, the Royal Scarlet Chorus went to the Ridgefield Park Senior Center to perform for the senior citizens. This was a great opportunity not only for our students to run through their materials before the concert, but also connect with the elderly through music and conversation. 12 members of Model UN went to the Master's School last week for the Mass Monk Conference. The conference was attended by 16 other schools, including some of the top prep schools in the tri-state area. Our delegation came away with 2 awards for diplomacy. Senior Juliana Gonzalez, myself, won honorable mention for her role as Fabius Maximus in the Roman Senate, a historical committee. Junior Omar El Hefni won a verbal accommodation award for representing Morocco in the Dissect Committee. Model UN, advised by Mrs. Caruso, also received an update about their rainwater catchment project as it helps fund the Weza Primary School in Kenya. They have begun construction and will have clean drinking water for students and faculty. By early 2025, 273 people will have access to water that will not make them sick. The National Honors Spanish Society joined team this year and is sponsoring a variety of fundraisers to donate to TECOS, which is a youth-led nonprofit organization who works in informal settlements to create a just society without poverty. Last week's fundraiser allowed for a donation to be sent to the Ecuador pod. On December 3rd, Little Ferry's 8th grade students visited RPHS for the first day. The purpose of the Scarlets for a Day is to provide incoming Little Ferry students with the opportunity to experience the high school.
A fun thing last month was when we were given the opportunity to have Dunkin' Donuts come to the school during the lunches as a promotion with High School Nation for teens eating breakfast. Only 4 high schools in Bergen County were selected for this opportunity. In the Commons, every student was offered samples, and each student and staff member was given $5 gift cards. As we get ready for a break next week, student government is excited to host our annual Spirit Week all week. Students and staff are getting in the spirit. Additionally, we have put together a pep rally to kick off the winter sports this Friday. Finally, turning to sports, all teams are getting ready to open their season. The boys basketball team is excited to begin their upcoming season. They open up tomorrow night at Westwood, followed by home games on Saturday, December 21st and Monday, December 23rd. The boys put forth an outstanding effort in the summer and fall, utilizing their off-season to the best of their abilities, in hopes of attaining a successful season. The 6-man senior class is led by captains Christian Carter and Erin Kukai, and they, along with many talented underclassmen teammates, hope to compete for a league title, county tournament, and home games in the state tournament. Mr. Seuss, the wrestling coach, stated that this year they have the highest number of girls wrestling in school history with 14. Junior Amelia Gutierrez, Tammy, is their captain, and the girls have started off the season 1-0, defeating Garfield last night. The girls will also be participating in the school's first ever all-school dual meet with Northern Valley Demers. The boys also started off the season 1-0, defeating Garfield 45-27, and are led by senior captain Joaquin Salcedo and juniors Alex Cruz, Isaiah Carrion, and Kevin Velasquez. A host of new wrestlers fill out the lineup and look to improve throughout the season. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Idalis and Juliana, for your report. Always great to hear the perspectives of our student liaison, so we appreciate that. Staying true to the agenda, I respectfully submit the HIB report that was presented to the board in executive session. In addition, twice per year, schools have requirements to report information to the state through the Student Safety Data System. As examples, the report shall include the number of seclusion and restraints, reports of HIB, the nature of HIB, training conducted, or programs implemented to reduce HIB. This must also be documented on a board agenda. This data is from the 23-24 school year, the reporting period of January 1st to June 30th. Please let the minutes reflect that the district has reported the information in the state system and has been documented on this board agenda. And in school news, since Ms. Strigley's assessment presentation, or student data presentation on October 16th, our principals have been conducting faculty and articulation meetings to help staff dive deeper into student data to help drive their planning and instruction. These meetings, along with other key components, are helping fine-tune the needs for individual students and their paths to success. It's been a pleasure. Ms. Strigley and I have started to attend many of the holiday concerts that wrapped up just yesterday with grants. They were very festive and attended by many. Children were well prepared and put on some really incredible performances. On Sunday, December 8th, two of our principals, Dr. Ferraro and Mr. Catta, ran in the All School Special Needs 5K, cheering on others and both coming in under 30 minutes. Well done. In additional running news, on November 27th, Roosevelt School held its second annual PTA-sponsored turkey trot races. And congratulations to Joey Hernandez for setting a new school record on the men's division with a time of 41 minutes and 10 seconds in the horseshoe race. On Friday, December 13th, also at Roosevelt, the sixth graders attended their holiday dance and a great time was had by all. On December 9th, Lincoln School held its second multicultural festival, allowing sixth graders to create booth and sell cultural cuisine and crafts as a fundraiser for their class. And on December 14th, the Grant School PTA held its annual Breakfast with Santa event. Students and families had a lot of fun winning gifts and meeting and taking pictures with Santa. And at the junior senior high school, the music department hosted their annual winter concerts last week with performances from the junior high and high school Royal Scarlets band and chorus, led by Mr. Goodman, Mr. Stefanacci, and Mr. Luigi. And just to echo what was shared in the two committee reports, we were very proud to launch our Parent and Guardian Learning Academy event this past Monday. This year, we are planning several events all the way from pre-K to senior year. So families should be on the lookout for a consistent flyer with the RP logo and really takes advantage of some of these free events that help bridge the gap between home and school. So we hope that you'll attend, and more on that will be shared shortly. Wanted to just again highlight the agenda item of the SMORE newsletter. This is in alignment with our second district goal of the rebranding initiative. So tonight we're recommending for the board to approve newsletters that all of our schools will use as well as our district. So we're excited for the new year to launch that. Also in the new year, we will be holding our first mission statement revision committee meeting on Tuesday, January 7th, which will be held virtually to begin the mission statement revision process, which will be collaborative and will have various perspectives. The community and board should anticipate a survey being distributed in the new year as well. We're also working to realign and revitalize our district social media presence. So some information on that will also be presented in the new year. And I'm very excited to share that we will be holding a ribbon cutting ceremony for our new Scarlet Strong Training Center here at the junior senior high school, which will be held at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 7th. We will be disseminating a flyer this Friday, December 20th. And we'll share that again on Friday, January 3rd, when we return from the winter recess. We hope that both the board and the community will be able to attend, which is really great to launch this new training center for all of our students. And to conclude my superintendent's report, I wanted to wish our entire community a very joyful holiday break and a very happy, healthy new year. The board and administration will be sending the traditional annual holiday card in digital format again this year. The Art Honor Society students provided the submissions, and I'm pleased to announce that the card submitted by Isabel Stebovich was selected. And Ms. Trigger and I will be attending the Art Honor Society meeting tomorrow afternoon to thank all of them for the wonderful and inspiring submissions and to personally congratulate Isabel. Happy holidays to all. And at this time, I'd like to excuse our student reps. Thank you again for joining us this evening. Thank you, President Martinez.
Thank you so much for having us.
Our state monitor, Mr. Egan, could not be here today due to a conflict. However, he has been in touch on a regular basis with Mr. Beisig and Dr. Vespignani with respect to all financial and legal matters. Open for citizens' comments on agenda. Do we have anyone to elevate? Right. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll close public comments on agenda. We'll move on to our agenda items. Trustee Velez, can you please move faculty and programs 10:01 to 10:05?
Sure. I move faculty and programs 10:01 to 10:05.
Second.
Questions or comments on faculty and programs?
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
On 10:03, first I congratulate the superintendent for preparing a STEM program. I think that's really important. I'm just curious, will that require additional hiring, or we have faculty already on staff that will fill those teaching positions?
Thank you, trustee Malou, for that question. We had a very thorough presentation by our supervisor of BAM and CTE, as well as our supervisor of school counseling at the Faculty and Program Committee. Ms. Trigger and I were previously briefed on this, and kudos to the work of the high school administration for really digging in and taking a look at doing what's best for our students to expand this pathway. They have advised that at present in year one, we have the current staff. It is possible that as it grows and expands in year two, we may need additional staff. But for the next school year, when we launch this pathway, we will have it covered. So thank you for that question.
Thank you, Mr. Malou. Any other questions? Can I please have a roll call?
Yes, Mr. Cooney. Yes. Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee McNeil, could you please move finance and insurance 1201 to 1214?
I move finance and insurance 1201 to 1214.
Second.
Do we have any questions and comments on finance and insurance? Okay, seeing none, can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney. Yes. Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Abstain, 1201, yes to all.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, the resolutions pass. Trustee Orth, can you please move consent agenda 1301?
I so move 1301.
Second.
Any questions or comments on consent agenda? Seeing none, can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney. Yes. Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolution passes. Trustee Velez, would you please move personnel 1401 to 1413?
I so move personnel 1401 to 1413.
Second.
Before I request comments from the board, I'd like to thank Ms. Fairs, Lisa Fairs, for 25 years as a technology teacher at Lincoln School, and Mary Grace Marta Cotillo, 36 years at the high school. On behalf of the board, but especially on behalf of the hundreds of students, their parents, and very likely the children of those students, I would like to thank you for your service and wish you good luck and good health in the next chapter of your lives. Do we have any other comments on personnel? Okay, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney. Yes. Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. We'll now listen to citizens' comments off agenda. Do we have anyone to elevate? Seeing none, I will close public comments. But briefly, as we close the last meeting of 2024, I want to take a moment to reflect on all that we as a district have accomplished together. This has been a truly consequential year for our district, filled with both challenges and remarkable progress. Without question, we have made strides in areas that will shape the future of our students and our community for years to come. There are many to thank, and the board is currently putting together a thank you letter to our staff, teachers, administrators, and students for their hard work, patience over the many years, but especially during the last two transformational years. However, as a board president, I want to take this moment to first extend my deepest gratitude to each member of this board for their dedication, their hard work, and their commitment. Your service as volunteers is not only a gift to our school district, but to every student, family, and taxpayer we serve. Your thoughtful discussions, respect for each other, and ethics, your sense of humor, and your unwavering focus on always doing what's good for our students have made all the difference. And I'll note that since the board is coming back in its current iteration for another year, it's exciting to know that we ain't done yet. On behalf of the entire district, thank you for your time, energy, and the passion you bring to your work. I look forward to continuing this journey with all of you in the year ahead. Have a wonderful, restful, and well-earned holiday season. And now we'll request a motion to close the meeting.
I so move.
Second.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Merry
Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Thank you online.